On this video, we are going to talk about forgiveness and how hard it can really be. I went for years and years and years without forgiving someone for something. And in the end, it kind of dissolved and went away, but it just took so long. What I have discovered along the way is that one has to forgive oneself before you can forgive other people. So finding out what you need to forgive yourself for is going to be a real key to being able to forgive others. So you kind of forget about forgiving other people and only focus in on forgiving yourself. And you might think, I haven't got anything to forgive myself for. But when you start to look at things, perhaps it's a goal that you didn't reach. Perhaps it was a really big goal that you didn't reach, or just a medium-sized or a small one. Have you reached all your goals in the past? Have you had a strategy that's helped you to do that? And if not, did you actually forgive yourself for not reaching that goal or a few of those goals? Is it still niggling away in the back of your mind, in your subconscious? That's where it tends to stick, in the subconscious mind. What I've found is that the forgiveness side tends to be then reflected into our relationships. So if we're not forgiving others, it's because we haven't forgiven ourselves. And if we haven't forgiven ourselves, forgiving others is going to be really tricky. We might feel like we have, but there's still some residue there. There's still some, not really sure if I have forgiven that person. Even if you're saying, oh yeah, I've forgiven you, no problem. And you're thinking, not really sure if I have. So what I suggest is always start by looking inwards. We have the answers inside us. When we start with ourselves first, we're not blaming anybody else. We are taking control, actually, and it's a really powerful place to come from. So casting blame outside, looking for the challenge outside, isn't actually going to serve us. Even if we think it might be easier in the long run, it's not. When we look inside and say, well, this is my responsibility, I didn't reach that goal, even though somebody else told me this thing and I listened to them, it was my responsibility to question it further. It was my responsibility to say, is that really true? Do I actually believe that that's true? And maybe I could ask somebody else as well. So when you get into that kind of a state, you can go, yeah, I take responsibility for that. And I forgive myself because I was doing the best I could at the time, right? We all do the best we can at the time something happens. When we look back, we think, oh, well, I've done that differently now. But now you've got more knowledge, more understanding. You've gone round the block a few times. And of course, you would do it differently. You've become a different person. You've got more knowledge. You've got more life experience. And you would know how to handle that situation better. So good for you. That's great. So forgive that younger part of you and be able to then start to forgive others as well. There will be another video coming up on screen, so I'm going to see you over there. If you've liked this video, do give it a thumbs up, and I will see you on the next one. Have the most awesome day. Bye for now.